is the largest industrial city on the banks of the Ganges River in the North Shore Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. It holds a huge population of 2.767.348 people. Botany Bay, on the other hand, is located in Sydney, New South Wales, 13 kilometres from the central city business district. It is described as an open oceanic embayment and has a population of 39.356 thousand people. Even though these two locations may seem very different, they both share one major factor in common. Both places suffer from pollution. Pollution is where the natural environment becomes contaminated with harmful materials such as chemical substances, energy, noise, light, or heat, and much more. Pollution is obviously bad for the environment, and sadly, the way humans are interacting with the environment is causing a lot of pollution. In 2009, Kanpur produced 8% of the world's leather, which was made in the Kanpur tanneries where thousands of people are working today. A tannery is where they process all the leather colouring, cutting, and all sorts. But this course of action isn't very environmentally friendly at all, and it leads to a lot of waste scraps of leather with nowhere to go. The grounds and waterways are constantly muddy, and it accelerates the air pollution levels, putting their numbers through the roof. The air pollution levels are rising because of the gases being emitted from the tanneries, so much so that people's utensils are turning black. The gas is coming from the setting tanks, which hold chemical substances such as limestone, mercury, arsenic, and chrome being the worst chemically used substance. Botany Bay has many surrounding factories releasing and emitting greenhouse gases, causing the air pollution levels to rise rapidly. These gases include PFAS, PFOA, and PFOS, which are all man-made chemicals. Because of these chemicals, the air is getting more and more intoxicated. 21 students suffered from lung cancer last year due to the intoxicated air. Recently, Botany Bay released 5 million gallons of polluted water into the beautiful ocean in their bay. The water became through a leak in the sewage pipes. The people knew of the leak but chose to ignore it. Kanpur is based right on the banks of the Ganges River. You would think there are fishes and plants etc. in this river, but since it's so polluted, especially from Kanpur, there are no living animals in the river. This leaves people with a disadvantage. For example, there would be no fish to catch for food, but really that is their own fault. Botany Bay is located right next to a lot of water and had a similar problem to Kanpur. Like I mentioned earlier, Botany Bay leaked out 5 million litres of unhealthy water, sewage water, into the surrounding ocean, causing all sea creatures nearby to either die or be very unhealthy themselves. Kanpur and Botany Bay share the same issue when it comes to the atmosphere. Kanpur has multiple tanneries and Botany Bay has multiple factories, and each are burning through many different metals and chemicals. All these chemicals and metals are releasing into the air and reaching the atmosphere. This is very bad for the atmosphere as it thickens it, and in the worst case scenario, this would eventually lead to global warming. In Kanpur, there are a huge amount of toxins being released, and some can leak into farmlands waterways, drinking waterways, and even into the ground. The water would obviously be very poisonous, therefore if it was consumed by people or animals, for example, they would fall very unwell. In Botany Bay, the beaches are becoming more and more polluted. The waves come up and wash these plastic rubbish materials into the ocean. This is extremely bad for the ocean as it would harm the sea creatures in the ocean who need healthy clean water to survive, not polluted, dirty water. Kanpur and Botany Bay are both harming the lithosphere in the same way. The rubbish and plastics being littered across the Earth's surface are releasing toxins, which will then go on and enter soil, ruining plants, insects, and the soil itself. Kanpur, from what I've researched, isn't putting a lot of effort into stopping their pollution levels from rising. They do have a treatment plant which treats the water, but that is broken and in need of an upgrade. Botany Bay, on the other hand, is not as far down the path of pollution as Kanpur. So the people are being told and spreading the word to stop pollution before it gets worse. For example, the stage of Camper. In my opinion, Camper should start by fixing and or upgrading the treatment plant for the water. Secondly, Camper should try containing the chemicals from their tanneries. They could do this by investing in a better building facility so the chemicals can't leak out. As for Botany Bay, I suggest that they should fix the sewage leak firstly and try not to let the waste and rubbish get into the water by not polluting the beaches for a start. In conclusion, humans are the main cause of pollution and it should be stopped, preferably before it gets too late. There are many ways to stop polluting, for example, putting rubbish in bins or reducing the amount of chemical gases being released. It may seem hard at first, but it only has to start with one person.